Well, you know, I wasn't really intimately aware of the Marvel Universe prior to this movie. I read Spider-Man before and I knew those comics, but I didn't know anything about Iron Man. I mean, when I first saw Iron Man, I thought it was a robot. I didn't know there was a person in there. So it was kind of great to get the experience on this film of being introduced to this whole world with the Avengers and you know, what's next. And I love that all these movies can intersect, all these characters can, you know, kind of cross-pollinate. I play James Rhodey in it, Colonel, in the Air Force, and I am Tony Stark's best friend. But this movie sort of challenges that friendship and threatens to kind of pit us against one another, and I think that's the real dramatic element that's happening between these two characters from the film. Well, I think the relationship between these two men is very interesting because for Rhodey anyway, the question is, how do I protect my friend, but at the same time, you know, do my due diligence with regard to service for my country? How do I deal with this person who is a reluctant superhero, though he has the ability to, you know, he could lay waste to an army? And how do I make my superiors comfortable, but at the same time, you know, let my friend know that I have his back? So that was kind of the duality that I was straddling. And of course, you know, what Tony is dealing with is his actual physical, real health issues, and that he may be, you know, shuffling off his mortal coil. And now what? Now what do we do? Well, I think in this movie we're just beginning to sort of see the potential for a war machine and what he may be able to do. We know he's got a big gun. We know he shoots a lot, and he can sort of do a lot of the same stuff that Tony can do. But I don't know the potential for these. It could go anywhere. I mean, it is Stark technology. So the suit, who knows where the suit could go? In a lot of the fight scenes, we did discuss often on the set, Robert, myself, Jon Favreau, Kevin Feige, the whole crew, were discussing what are the differences between the two suits and what can this prototype do that under Rhodey's instruction was sort of tricked out by Justin Hammer versus what Tony Stark's Iron Man suit can do. Because it's based on, I mean, this is an original prototype. It's an early prototype of the Iron Man suit is what the War Machine actually is. That's been kitted out by Hammer. So I imagine there's going to be some rejiggering and then it'll come out and he'll be a whole new War Machine. Well, Justin Hammer sort of filled the void when Tony Stark backed out, and he's the new defense contractor to the military. And Sam Rockwell is just a great actor. I mean, if people don't know his work, they should really, you know, take a chance. I mean, take an opportunity to look at it. He's really great sense of humor, really fast, and just kind of fit right into this world, I think. Having Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and as Tony Stark, I think you get to take advantage of what is just naturally Robert, which is a very quick mind, very sharp wit, and he kind of talks like a comic book character. I mean, when you read the comic books and you check out those panels, they speak in a very similar cadence, so it seemed like it was just tailored for him. Wearing the suit is not comfortable. I mean, it's actually metal. You know, I don't know why mine was metal and his was a lightweight fiberglass polymer, but I think it was about initiation. So I took the initiation of, you know, I got jumped in wearing this metal suit. It's about 45, 50 pounds. I was in it for hours at a time. It looks a lot sexier on film than it is in actuality. Oh, well, Jon Favreau, you know, obviously knows this world very well, was very successful with the first Iron Man film, and has the ability to be both, you know, collaborative, but at the same time, really specific about the beats and the moments that have to come off to make the story work. So it was great to have a director who didn't just want to get through with the acting so that we can get some special effects, but actually worked in the opposite way, that wanted everything to come organically out of what the character's needs were. Well, I think it's a great summer movie because and as the first Iron Man was, it gets to do both. I mean, it's the kind of movie that parents can bring their kids to and they can have fun as well. a lot of times, you know, you feel like you're just being, you know, schlepping the crew there, and you're going to sit there and hopefully get a nap in a film because it's not going to speak to you at all. This one, I think, has the ability to talk to a lot of different age groups, and that's always fun.